scratch that, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more Man Huggie. Oh, Man Huggie. More Man Huggie. Put your headphones on for proper audio quality, motherfucker.
Angry Black Quarterback Podcast back again, episode number 35 of season 2, 2.0, and of course Elwood here. Elwood, our favorite Cowboys idiot. Shaved your face. What is that, dude?
Yeah, completely by accident.
Really? Oh, you were
a little
you fucked up.
Trim, and then took my guard off to clean it.
Yeah.
Put the guard back on.
Yeah.
But didn't realize when I put the guard on, it went from an 8 to a 1, and I went and did the old chinny chin. And so we had to go down to a 2. That was the lowest I was willing to go.
I was like, I did mine today because I've been not feeling the hottest, but I'm at a 7. This is a 7.
Yeah,
so,
that's usually where I like to be. And this is...
It's a baby face. It gives me flashbacks.
It's been maybe 10 years.
High school flashbacks. High school flashbacks.
Bring out the Keystone.
Yeah, bring out the Keystones. Let me buy some weed. And 2.0 here as well. Looks like you got a haircut. Baby face as always. Working for the man now. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How are you?
Pretty good. Fantastic, you say. Why are you so fantastic?
Because his Broncos.
Well, we'll get into that, but yeah, that was awesome.
Just like so exhausted. I'm just like in this delirious state where I'm like,
Work.
I'm just kind of vibing.
That's cute, 2.0.
He's tired and he's vibing. Hey, he's...
I was just going to say, y'all don't even understand tired or time management until you have a 3-year-old. It's unreal. Well, the amount of shit I was like trying to get done before this podcast, and then like with everything else, I was like, oh, I got laundry. Oh, she needs a bath. Oh, I got to cook corn dogs. Oh, she just pissed me off. I mean, and trying to get a video game in. Woo!
That's why I don't have children.
Rough life.
But maybe one day I'll have somebody smaller than me dictate my time. But until then...
Bro, you want a kid.
I'm vibing out. But great to have you guys back. So thank you for being here as always. My team was off. We're going to talk about a couple things before we get into recapping last week. Because there was some kind of big shit that went down. First of all, Deshaun Watson, broken shoulder, out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I was watching
surgery.
Get Up early in the morning, and they stopped the whole show, and they're like, wait, we just got, and everyone's like looking at their phones. So I was like, oh, shit.
Well, I guess he got hurt in the first half, and then played that whole second half and went like 14 of 14. He like lit it up the whole second half, but yeah, broken bones in his shoulder.
And a high ankle sprain.
Well, yeah, but it's more the shoulder. I mean,
yeah, but the fact that
he's having surgery
he's
on
injury prone.
Well, yeah,
the fact that he's having surgery, but then it's like, toss in a little ankle sprain.
So yeah, surgery on his throwing shoulder, broken bones in there.
Well, what's weird is his best half of football in 3 years came with a broken shoulder.
Rookie of the year, baby. He needed that injury.
Well, and I feel like it's giving Browns fans some kind of like false hope. Like, look at how good he played when he left. It's like, well, first of all, that's a big deal.
Wait. I mean, only a half.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know, but they beat the arguably what we said last week was the team playing the best football. So he was lighting it up, finished the game, ended up being injured. Now he's out. It's like, hey, we beat the best team playing the best football last year, and then he went down with the shoulder injury. Let's see what we can do this year. But he's going to be coming off surgery. Your best offensive weapon, and Chubb's coming off like just crazy knee surgery. So, they got some hills to climb, but this was kind of the year for the Browns. Now, we'll see what happens. They're going to lean on their defense, which has been like borderline historic. But, losing Deshaun Watson, then they traded away Josh Dobbs. They had Josh Dobbs, who looks great, who looks better than anybody. Josh Dobbs is playing better football than Deshaun Watson, you could say, this year, up until this point, and has like won some big games. So, now they really don't have a quarterback. They're back in that rebuild mode, and they restructured. So I was listening to somebody talk about his contract. It's 5 years, $230 guaranteed. Then there was that first year where they kind of okey-doked him, and they tried to do something goofy with the money, and the league took a bunch of it. So this year they restructured his deal to where like this is the cheapest. This year is the cheapest Deshaun Watson's going to be. The next 3 years of his contract, Deshaun Watson is a $64 million cap hit. I will repeat. The next 3 seasons of football, Deshaun Watson will be the highest paid football player in the history of football on a year scale. $64 million cap hit. And so this was the year to really get it done. Now they're going to be going in. You can't cut him. You can't get rid of him because it's all guaranteed. 5 years, 230, 100% guaranteed. So
I heard it earlier today, and it was a take I didn't even think about because I'm not an NFL player. But I actually, it's like for all players' sake, especially quarterbacks, they want to see him return and play good, because if he doesn't, it'll truly, like, all the owners and everyone be like, yep, that's why we don't guarantee. Sorry, guys, we're never guaranteeing again. And, I get it business aspect wise, but at the same time, dudes got to get their money,
Well,
especially when they're putting their life and body on the line at times, But at the same time, we all knew, like, it's shitty. The deal was bad from the get-go. Everyone said it's outrageous, craziest, biggest deal for not a Mahomes-ish, like, quarterback in the, like, it was just, like, all this craziness. And then you're going to have that on top of potentially ruining contracts for, the foresee future for quarterbacks. It just sucks.
Yeah, but I would have to give a little pushback. Before he was suspended, so if you remember, Deshaun Watson was like right there with Mahomes. Deshaun Watson was considered like top 2, top 3 best quarterbacks in the league whenever he decided he didn't want to play for them anymore. He signed a big contract extension, then demanded a trade. Then after he demands a trade, all of these accusations come out. He's on the commissioner's exempt list. He sits a whole year out. That he's suspended. They tried to do okey-doke the deal. So I think the league, and what's bad about the deal is that they gave that much money to somebody who was going through that situation that wasn't even resolved yet. And then to try to work the deal where the year that he has to forfeit money in fines is like his contract's like $1 million. Something like corny, so that if the NFL is going to recoup his yearly salary, it's nothing. So that's why it ended up being like 10 or 12. It ended up being some fine that he had to pay. So it wasn't like an exorbitant amount, but it was way more than what the Browns were trying to make him forfeit, because they structured the deal where the year that he sat out, he'd get paid jack shit. And then he'd come back and start getting all this money. So it seemed very disingenuous and very shady of the Browns. That's why everybody else isn't really that upset that he's hurt. Not that they want to see Deshaun Watson hurt, but they're like, fuck the Browns for trying to pull this. That's how they would try to go get a $200 million quarterback, is that he'd be accused of, spending too much time with Robert Kraft at a Asian massage parlor in a strip mall.
Like, thank God it's not the Cowboys anymore doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, whenever Deshaun Watson was suspended, even before he was suspended, and that year before all that shit came out, if you did a consensus, who would you rather have, Dak Prescott or Deshaun Watson? You'd rather have Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was
but aren't their records the same as far as playoff?
Maybe,
Deshaun,
but I've seen
even won a playoff.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's done some crazy shit in a playoff game. There's one play where he got kicked in the eye on a rollout and then threw a fucking 4th down pass with one eye closed because he got booted in the face on some face mask play. Like, Deshaun Watson was incredible whenever he was at his peak. Now that's the last time he played at his peak. We saw him play high performing football. We haven't seen that in since 2019. And now it was in a half where he went 14 for 14 and he broke his shoulder. And now he's out again. So it's like, what can you expect from him moving forward? I think it's, false hopes and dreams for a lot of these Browns fans. I'm not and he hasn't looked the same since he's left. That offense isn't structured the same way it was in Houston, where it's like, go out there and win a game. In this, it's like, don't turn the ball over, be under center, hand the ball off, extra motion.
Has the best defense.
Check to a run. Like, don't fucking scramble around. So it's like, not like he's playing to the same strengths. His playmaking ability he had in Houston is more limited in this Browns offense. Like, their defense is great, but he was more exciting to watch when he was on Houston. But now he's got a broken fucking shoulder and he's out for the year, and we'll see what happens. They're 6-3. That's what's bad.
Who's their backup?
What's his name? Johnson.
PJ Walker.
No, PJ Walker's out. It's the rookie Torian Thompson Gardner. What's his name?
Thompson Robinson.
And has Watson played every game this year?
No, he's been out already with an ankle and a
That's
shoulder.
what I thought.
He's already hurt his shoulder once. So this is
they won games with their backup?
They run one game with their backup, PJ Walker, but now he's out. This other guy, they played him and they lost. He threw 3 picks. But he lit it up in the preseason. So yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. Shot heard around the world. And you are right. This does make these guaranteed contracts look a little dangerous, these 100% guaranteed contracts. And especially of that size. I mean, we've seen a Kirk Cousins when he first left. I mean, Kirk Cousins is the ultimate hustler. That dude's almost made closer to $500 million than he has made $100 million. And because he signed second round pick deal, then got a franchise tag, then got the franchise tag again. So he got that twice. Then he signed a 3-year, $93 million, 100% guaranteed deal with Minnesota when he first went there. And then he's re-signed once since he's been with them, another $100 million deal. Kirk Cousins has made $400 million in the span of his career, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean, this doesn't make things look good. You see him getting hurt, Kyler coming back from injury.
Kyler looks good.
Yeah, but I mean, we see him play one game, but I mean, he can't. Deshaun Watson, they can't cut him. You can't trade him. No one's picking up for that. No one's going for that. But yeah, out for the year. Busted up fucking shoulder. Pretty crazy.
Jets and Browns.
I mean, that
most
creates
cursed teams in the league.
Well, and that creates a lot of options for other teams because I mean, you think about other teams have been subpar so far this year, so they haven't been playing as good.
Oh my god!
Like the Bills and
about what was your rant last week about what was the record? 5-2, 5-3.
Yeah.
Dude, they showed the list of the AFC rank, all those. It's insane. I don't think the AFC, or I don't think any conference has been this close in a long time. I'm not saying ever. It's my natural born memory. But yeah, it was Chiefs and Ravens were the only ones really at top, and then everyone is just a game.
Yeah, there's a bunch of 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. Then there's 5-5, 5-4, 5-4, 4-5, 4-5, 5-5, 4-5, 5-5. That's all. And then in the NFC, it's a little bit more distinct, but not as 8-1, 6-3, 4-6. Then there's 6-3, 6-3, 7-2, 6-4, 5-5, 4-5, 4-6.
Yeah, you have a little more separation.
A little more, but yeah, it's all middle of the fucking pack. Well, let's get into these games. We don't want to keep 2.0 up too late because he's losing his mind. Thursday night football game, Panthers lose to the Chicago Bears. Tyson Bagent, no touchdowns. Bryce Young, no touchdowns. Deontay Foreman ran the ball well. DJ Moore caught a couple stop routes for 58 yards. Boring fucking game.
Yeah, it might be the worst Thursday night of the season so far.
It's wild to think
we're back to like start of Thursday night football games where it was like, what are they doing? No one wants to watch this game.
The Panthers' only win is against arguably the hottest team in football right now in the Houston Texans. Wild to think about that. And
but what week was that?
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And it was a low-scoring game. It was like 16-12. It was some shitty game.
That's what's crazy. I don't think this year we're going to see one team stay hot.
No, I mean, it's tough. The gaps have been closed.
Every team is getting their week. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Lions, Eagles. Well, no, Eagles really haven't had it. Well, y'all's Miami game was y'all's kind of like, okay. Cowboys.
Y'all don't have it. Y'all don't have it. Oh, that's our game.
What happened last week?
You haven't beaten a team with a winning record.
That doesn't matter in the sense of Dak and CD look damn good together.
Yeah, against garbage teams.
What teams have y'all?
If we're saying y'all are so great,
let's look at what the Eagles are.
If we're saying
what teams have y'all beat? Let's pull it up. Y'all haven't played shit either.
If we're saying
y'all are just getting into your tough schedule right now, you little bitch. Don't fucking call me out when y'all played almost the exact same teams.
We've played Miami and we beat Miami.
Well, Miami's kind of a
Miami. If you beat Miami, that would be the best win of your season. So
I think
far.
Cowboys defense stacks up really good with Miami.
I've been saying that all season, so I didn't.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Cowboys are next really tough games because I was looking at it the other day. What is it? Seattle, y'all, and Detroit are really the toughest games I feel like we have because Carolina this week, come on, they should dominate. Washington, it'll be a tough, it'll be hot. Not saying the whole game, but the first quarter will probably be neck and neck, just like every division game.
They play people tough.
Is.
They play people tough.
Yeah. Well, and they're I'm never gonna say unless it's the Giants that an in-division game is gonna be easy. Yeah. And it's not even against the Giants this year. Cowboys have had the Giants numbers for the past couple of years now. Yeah, Buffalo doesn't scare me anymore. Let's be real. Buffalo. Yeah, so I'm actually y'all got the harder schedule coming up, buddy.
I mean, I guess we finished with like
we'll see if that
we finished. We're 8-1. We're 8-1. We still have to play New York twice. That doesn't look that tough.
And
we still have to play Detroit. We have to play the Chiefs. We have to play the Chiefs. Don't you have to play the Chiefs?
Nope.
Oh, y'all don't play the Chiefs? Oh, that's great. See, but I would rather play those teams than not play tough teams.
It's not of that like, Cowboys are.
But I'm saying,
of course, they're going to schedule y'all against the Chiefs to have like the Super Bowl rematch. They always do that.
Statistically, right now, if you guys were to play any of those teams, you'd lose because you don't beat teams with winning records.
Bro, your only easy game left, I would give you, is potentially Buffalo and Giants.
That's 3 easy games because we play the Giants twice.
Well, I mean, teams. Arizona's going to be tough.
Arizona will be a good game for sure, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather. Seattle's going to be good? Yeah, absolutely. But I'd rather them be playing tough games. You don't want them playing their best football.
Y'all play in Kansas this weekend?
I think so.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, yeah, it's a good test. Good. That's a good test, man.
Wait.
Anyways, so Panthers, Bears, garbage.
Boring game. Let's move on.
Colts, Panthers, or Colts, Patriots.
Ugh. Another game. Like, ugh.
It's just bad. Do you think? I mean, they're terrible.
At least you're starting off with the worst.
Yeah, well, those are the first games of the week, so great start.
Right.
Jesus. Then we touched on it a little bit. Browns, Ravens, Deshaun Watson, 20 of 34 for 213, 1 touchdown and a pick. Lamar Jackson threw 2 picks. He was also their leading rusher. Zay Flowers, 5 for 73. Amari Cooper, 6 for 98. Jerome Ford, 17 for 107. Kyle Hamilton had an interception return for a touchdown. But then later on, Deshaun Watson threw a touchdown pass in the fourth quarter, drive Dustin Hopkins with a field goal to win the game. Greg Newsome with an interception. Yeah, it's wild to see, but they're sitting at 6-3. The Ravens are 7-3, but they're down to Deshaun Watson now. He's out.
Yeah,
We'll see.
their division, man. Cincinnati, Browns, Ravens, and then who else is in it?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. And isn't Cincinnati at the bottom right now? Which is crazy.
Yeah, I believe so, but that just creates more breathing room for everybody.
Oh yeah. And Pittsburgh, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't they break the record? First team ever with this winning of a record and every game have the less scrimmage yardage of their opponents?
Yeah, because they won their game against the Packers. That was the next one up, 23-19. Jordan Love just
Packers
throws
going
hella picks,
downhill.
but Pickett
Yeah.
14 of 23 for 126.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Those are like fucking Brad Johnson on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the day.
I'm a little upset that I let Warren go off my fantasy team early in the season.
Yeah, Jalen Warren, 101 yards with a
Yep.
touchdown. But yeah, I mean, you look at these overall stats. I mean, Pittsburgh, 324 to 399, less than 120 passing yards, but they ran for over 200. The defense has been playing good. Yeah, I mean, the Packers just look bad. I mean, I feel like they end up potentially drafting a quarterback. They might not, but I mean, what do? Do you draft a quarterback or do you continue to pick
Fire
up
the coach?
options on Jordan Love? 3-6. If you, depending on how bad your season goes, you might be in play for a pretty top tier pick. It's potentially possible.
I think Matt is in the hot seat. I mean, what has he proven? You know, he
yeah.
really didn't do much with Aaron, and now Aaron leaves, and he looks even worse. You know, it's just kind of like
you can't say that. I mean, they went like
and
14-2 one season. I mean, back-to-back MVPs. I mean, they went into an NFC title game. So I mean, it's not like he was bad.
But they were Super Bowl.
But now they're
They're
definitely in a rebuild more than if they were lying or didn't realize it, they do now, and no one believes their lies anymore. So it's like they're definitely in a rebuild. They need as many draft picks as possible, and they've honestly swung and missed on some defensive draft picks too, like high picks that don't look like they're that impactful. So you know, it just makes you second guess where those picks went.
That's what I feel like they actually are. Like everyone's focused on Jordan Love, but I feel like Packers for a while now, they've always had a big star on defense, whether it be cornerback, linebacker. I mean, it's, you know, and I can't even tell you a person on their defense.
Well, they have Jair Alexander, who's considered one of the better corners in the league. They have Quay Walker, who's a guy out of Georgia. They have another linebacker. His name's slipping my mind.
But I'm saying, what's his name? Who's Blondie? Clay Thomas?
Well, Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews.
Fuck Clay Matthews.
AJ Hawk.
I hate it. Well, that's, come on, man. We were
beasts.
we were like sneaking into the rated R movies and those guys were still playing football.
Clay Matthews? No.
It's been a while. No, maybe not Clay Matthews, but it's been a while, buddy. Since those guys have been playing, it's been a bit.
They played with Aaron.
No, definitely. I mean, they were great players, but their offense is inconsistent. Jordan Love's not as good as Aaron Rodgers. He can't overcome these issues. He's, you know.
And Watson has been injury prone, which was supposed to be their next top receiver.
That was a bad pick to begin with. Drafting Christian Watson is one of the reasons why Aaron Rodgers was like, fuck you. And then the Steelers, I mean, they're 6-3. We were talking about how bad they were playing earlier. They look good. Kenny Pickett, I don't know how he wins these games.
Well, I got to correct you. You can't say they look good. They're just winning.
They're 6-3. So by the time
that's what I'm saying. They're winning.
They're grinding these games out.
Yeah. Dirty.
Like, if Kenny Pickett ever gets like really good and proficient at throwing the ball, he's going to be a monster because this kid's just out there winning these close fucking games. If you looked between this year and last year, most one score victories, Kenny, like, just regardless if it was defense or whatever, Kenny Pickett's like got to be first or second on that list.
Dude, I'm telling you, Pittsburgh's like the homeless guy that you go up to talk to, and that's actually like really smart, or the homeless guy that goes and gets a makeover, and then you're like, wow, you're a really good looking dude.
So it's like the Browns.
That fits Pittsburgh.
Like the Browns being out now, you know, that's a big deal.
Browns is just, unfortunately, their name says it.
Well, they're same division, same record, and they're going opposite directions. So.
But and Steelers beat the Browns, didn't they?
I believe
yeah,
so.
Because wasn't that like, I feel like that was their big, like, kind of like, oh, okay. Because everyone picked the Browns to win.
Yeah, but they played twice, so. Let's see here. Back to the other one. But I mean, we'll see. But Packers definitely in rebuild mode. Need some fucking picks, man. They need to, like, actually draft. Niners beat the shit out of the Jags, man. The Jags failed this test. They failed this test so bad. It's kind of, like, depressing. But they bombed. 34-3. Trevor Lawrence, the crown prince himself, threw 2 interceptions. And then Brock Purdy looked like old Brock Purdy, 3 touchdowns, 296. McCaffrey ran for 95. Etienne had 35. Kittle, 3 catches for 116 and a touchdown. This all over them. They fucking mauled them. They won every single statistical category. Niners were averaging 7.3 yards per play. That's a lot. That's a lot of plays. I mean, thoughts? Do you think the Jags rebound from this? Is this a wake-up call for them?
No, I mean, the Jags, they aren't going to win the Super Bowl. I think they'll win the games they're supposed to win. They'll lose the games they're supposed to lose. Maybe they'll win their division, get into the playoffs. Maybe the Texans can rally and somehow find their way at the top of the division at the end of the year. Yeah, Jaguars are an above average team, but that's all they are. They aren't going to go out there and wow you. They're just the Jaguars.
Look.
Seems like Calvin Ridley started off hot, and now he's just getting shut down lately. Only 2 catches for 20 yards. I mean, Evan Ingram's back to the Evan Ingram of the New York Giants days. 4 catches for 12 yards. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I mean, that's a kick in the fucking mouth. Talk about a rebound by this defense for San Francisco. I mean, they were just all over them. They got 2 picks, 2 fumbles. They had 7 penalties. They only punted 3 times. They only gave up 2 sacks. They had 14 more plays. You know, they were 1 for 2 on fourth down efficiency. Both teams were 4 for 12 on third down. But San Francisco had 20 first downs to the 12 of the Jags. I mean, Jags got schmacked. Fucking tough. We'll see how they rebound. I mean, I'm still curious to see, like, have the Niners played their best football? That you could say that is their best football. They took advantage of an inexperienced team, but you know,
I think their best was definitely their peak was Cowboys game.
It could be. That's what I'm saying. But like that's what I've also said is like have we seen the Cowboys peak?
I mean,
it's pretty hard to say you haven't when you think about the game against the Patriots or the Jets and like the amount of luck and turnovers and the ball bouncing that way.
Here we go with that word.
Well, come on, man. The Bland's first touchdown of the year, somebody gets rocked and the ball just pops up and he just grabs it and runs into the end zone. And that's like 2 minutes. Hold on, and that's like 2 minutes into the game. So what I'm saying is that's where the ball bounces your way, just like whenever the Eagles played the Cowboys. There was the fumble at the end of the game where 2 guys fucking collide, and our rookie jumps on the ball because it squirts out. Like that's because Jalen Hurts was holding down Micah Parsons. Gang.
You're right. It's lucky that the guy got rocked.
No, it's a great play, but I'm talking about the ball bouncing that way.
That's what happens when you
for it not being because
in the rain.
For it not to be an incomplete pass and to just
that happens. I don't know how many times, and especially against the Cowboys, where it's all Dak throws the ball, it's this crazy fucking tip, and then the defense is just right there, like the game of jackpot, just waiting.
Yeah, but rarely does that happen at like the 10-yard line, and someone just picks it up and walks in a minute into the game. It's like whenever somebody fumbles on the opening kickoff, and the other team recovers it at the 10.
Last week,
and you're
our
like, what the
defense
fuck?
didn't have 1 touchdown, and we rocked them. I'm moving on.
You played. We'll
Our defense didn't rock them.
Well,
no touchdown. Where's the luck? We just dominated.
You played a bad
Full
team,
domination.
and Michael Parsons didn't have a stat. Not even a tackle. Saints versus Vikings. Vikings beat the Saints. The Dobbs legend continues. Famous Jameis was back there. 2 picks, 2 tutties.
Yeah, I can't believe the Browns had him.
Yeah, but Joshua Dobbs, man, is just out here balling. They're 6-4. Go fucking figure now. Vikings are 6-4. Kirk Cousins out. Now they're getting Jefferson back.
I was gonna ask, when is he supposed to come back?
He could have come back last week, but he didn't. And Addison Hawkinson 11 for 134. I mean, just out here slanging, bro. He also had a crazy touchdown run. Josh Dobbs, the pride of the Tennessee Vols, like the alopecia prince. What is going on with this?
Dude, I mean, if he goes on and retires and then, like, invents some crazy thing for NASA or just, I mean, there's got to be a movie on this guy. Yeah. And he did it all with no eyebrows.
Well, a little bit about that. He's said that he was told by Coach Gannon that he wasn't going to be traded or cut, and that they lied to him, and then they fucking traded his ass to Minnesota after they told him they weren't going to trade him. That's kind of fucked up.
Oh, it's Cardinals organization doing something shady,
right? So
surprising.
But he went out there and won this game. They're 6-4. The Packers look bad. The Lions have been playing I think, a better team, but they've also had their own struggles. I mean, this division isn't fully decided. The Vikings are definitely in play. It's weird, especially for a team that can't really run the ball for fuck. They're still able to go out there and make plays and win these close games. And Dobbs is a good story. So now you got people like the public's kind of pulling for him. Everyone's like, fuck yeah, Minnesota. Big, crazy game. Texans-Bungles. Texans come back, win this game. Texans are 5-4. Bengals are 5-4. Stroud's out there, 23 of 39, 356, a touchdown, and his second pick. But Devin Stingley, 30 carries for 150 yards, a touchdown. Noah Brown, former Cowboy, bet y'all wish you had him. 7 catches for 172. He's averaged like over 100 yards, like 4 games in a row. This receiving crew is lighting it the fuck up. For
your comments tonight, bro.
It's true. I'm sorry.
Making no sense. You wish we missed him? No, we got Cooks, baby. Did you see him last week?
Noah Brown. Cooks doesn't have 172 yards receiving for the season right now. Noah Brown had over last week. Dalton Schultz and Noah Brown had over 100 yards. Dalton Schultz 4 for 71.
Sorry, I haven't heard one Cowboy fan say, "Man, I'm missing Noah Brown."
Well, you should be. Noah Brown is lighting it the fuck up. And for the regular season, he has 21 catches for 439 yards, 75 of his longest, and 1 touchdown. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. In his career, he has 1,400 yards receiving. So almost, a quarter of his yards in his career have come in this one season. He lined it up. He really is. And so he's lit it up last week. This offense is crazy. There's a lot of people that are saying if the Texans win this division, you got to make CJ Stroud MVP. What's your thought on that 2.0?
MVP, I don't know about that. Rookie of the year, he already has locked down.
Yeah.
MVP, though, I don't go that far.
Who beats him right now? Right now.
Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar, Mahomes, Hurts.
Yeah.
Dak would be like fourth or fifth on that list.
Yeah.
Because it's the quality of opponents. Like I said, you will have your day to play all these good teams and play your Miamis and whoever and the Bills.
No, I'll hear it.
But
I'll hear it.
Until
even
you've
if we
beaten
beat the Bills,
somebody.
you go, well, the Bills aren't that good anymore. So
no, I said
but
I said last week, didn't I say last week that this is the time, it's looking like this is the time you want to play the Buffalo Bills? I think I said that. I said, like, oh, man, if you want to play the Bills, now's the time because they do not look as good as I thought they were going to look. Fuck
You
yeah.
think they're going to get better, though, in the season?
It's possible, but it seems so dysfunctional and toxic at this point. I think it's like
Diggs' brother on our Trayvon fucking tweeting out shit.
And then on the Bengals side, though, they're 5-4. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Joe Mixon didn't do much. Boyd and Jamar Chase went off, but this offense is still kind of struggling. They got lit up by the rookie. Kind of expected better. We'll see what the future holds for the Bengals. But in the same division with Deshaun Watson being out, that's better for the Bengals now. Everybody kind of perked up. It's like a 3-horse race now.
I can't get mad at.
And you just saw the Browns beat. You saw a formula to beat the Ravens. So
yeah, but like some of these games, like especially like 3 or 4 this weekend, the games that came down to 1 score or a field goal at the end, I can't end with the losing team being like, well, their offense. It's like no, because that game was, those are the games that come down to whoever has the ball last. Like we're just scoring.
Yeah, but
when you beat a team by 2 or 3 and there's nothing, possessions, there's nothing you can do about it. Then it's like okay.
Yeah, but you would hope that you're playing a rookie quarterback and you're hoping you'd be able to like really stick it to him. So the fact that he like kind of got the best of you is frustrating. Like that's a veteran defense, veteran pass rushers, veteran offense. There's more depth and more talent on the Bengals. So the fact that the Texans were in that and because of Stroud's play is like a little concerning for your defense overall.
Right. Well, I think another game you're about to talk about is very similar.
Then you got Tampa Bay versus Tennessee.
Definitely not that game.
Tampa 4-5. Tennessee drops to 3-6. Derrick Henry 11 carries, 24 yards. What?
Who even won that game? I don't even.
The Bucks won
20
to 6. Garbage ass game.
That's why.
Like that's really bad. I'm not even gonna talk about it. We'll see. They're garbage pail teams. Lions Chargers. Lions pull it out. Chargers are not making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the game.
Chargers 4-5. Herbert 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Then you got Goff 22 of 33, 333, a lot of threes, 2 touchdowns. David Montgomery 116 and a tutty. Amon-Ra 8 for 156. Good win for them. This is kind of what they were playing like before. Gibbs, a couple touchdowns. Montgomery touchdown. This team seems really well balanced.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for the Chargers, though, because, I feel like it was kind of unfair. You went off and listed all these Detroit players, but, man, Chargers, Eckler had a huge game.
Yeah,
what's his name? Not Hill.
Allen.
Keenan
Allen.
Yeah, well, 11 for 175 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, they're not winning the games. Like, they're not as competitive as people thought. It's going to be John Elway syndrome. I said it last year.
You could arguably say last week was their best offensive game, and they still lost.
Yeah, for sure. Just like what happened whenever the Cowboys had the same offensive coordinator. Big stats still lose games.
Wait, that is true. That is true.
Big stats lose games. Falcons, Cardinals. Cardinals won. Kyler Murray back. 19 of 32, 249 and a pick. He did have a big, you've seen it 100 times running play.
Did you see the footage of the actual whatever
little
they call
ball,
it?
the little globe ball that was following him?
Yeah.
Super cool.
Dude, how does that even work?
Heineke, 8 for 15 for 55 and a touchdown. Good God. Bijan Robinson, 22 for 95 and a touchdown. Atlanta's regressing. Now they're at 4-6. Cardinals 2-8. So it's good to see Kyler come back and get a win. Because remember, if he's not on the roster in April or can't pass a physical, they owe him something like $80 million. They have some crazy ass contract where if he's not able to play, if he can't pass a physical come April or March or May, beginning of April when the season's over, the Cardinals owe him like a shit ton of money. It's fucking wild. Some insurance injury clause type bullshit. So he has to pass a physical. So it's kind of wild. That's why a lot of people thought they weren't going to play him at all this year and sit him so that he could pass the physical, then trade him, cut him, get rid of him. But yeah, Falcons out of it. I mean, Falcons, that whole division looks shitty. Saints lose, Panthers, Falcons, Bucks. Yeah. Who cares? It's a travesty that one of them's gonna get a fucking home game, and it might actually be Tampa. That's sad. And Cardinals, not a lot to say. I mean, you have James Conner. James Conner's playing. It was a close game, 23-25. It's kind of a weird score too, but you know, Kyler Murray returning just seemed to be too much. They more held on, if anything, because they took a lead and then, you know, they gave up 6 in the fourth. They only scored 3. They got a field goal there towards the end, so because they were down 23-22 with 2 minutes and 33 seconds. They put Desmond Ridder back in. Stupid. Talk about need to draft a quarterback. All right, here we go. Cowboys Giants. Cowboys won this one. They go to 6-3, 49-17. They beat the 2-8 Jets. Dak Prescott 26 of 35, 404, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Rico Dwall had 12 carries for 79 and a touchdown. And didn't he just get hurt? I think he got hurt and he's out for the year now, didn't he?
Is he? I didn't hear that.
Somebody got hurt.
Not that I know of. I thought I would have gotten an update on my ESPN.
Maybe it's somebody else who got hurt. And, you know, see, Brendan Cooks, 9 catches, 173 and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 13 for 66. Leading receiver, 2 catches for 34 yards. So, Tommy DeVito, hey, Tommy D, living on his parents' couch, just happy to be in the game. 14 of 27 for 86 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Cowboys started.
Van Der Esch.
Oh, no, not just Van Der Esch. I'm pretty sure there's a running back. Somebody else on your team's out. But yeah, Van Der Esch is out for the year.
Oh, and they said his career.
Yeah, he might not play again. But DeVito, undrafted rookie, bench warmer, 3rd string, played bad. I mean, the Cowboys started off bad. They fumbled the ball near the goal line at the beginning of the game. Then very next drive, they get the ball. Dak Prescott throws an interception. They started off slow. They got hot. The Cowboys are good at beating the teams they're supposed to beat. Honestly, it's a little concerning that the defense gave up 17 points to this bad.
Well, that was that. What was that? Third, fourth quarter when the game was already blown out. They were kind of petty touchdowns. I think Cooper Rush was starting for us at that point when they scored.
Yeah, but Cooper Rush is the future, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, Cowboys beat a team they're supposed to beat. It's I find it a little amusing that there is this big uproar about how now the Cowboys are back and now they're the best team in football because they just beat the then 2-7 Giants.
No, it's more exciting. You're obviously proving you're not a Cowboys fan. For years and years, Cowboys would always sink to their opponent's level. So they would play good against good teams and then play bad against bad teams.
So now you're playing good against bad teams and bad against good teams?
No, we didn't play bad against y'all. You're saying the Cowboys played – you even sat here on your podcast and actually gave a little praise to the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys played pretty good.
So finally we can say week to week the Cowboys are somewhat showing that they can be a consistently good team and not this roller coaster.
If we let's say the Eagles go out and beat the Chiefs this week, are the Eagles the best team in football?
Well, record and
because they would have beaten the Chiefs, beaten Miami, beaten y'all.
Well, Miami.
Those would be the three. Those would be the 3 best wins. Those would be the 3. Those would be the 3 best wins in football. Absolutely.
3 best wins?
Yeah, like by a team who's won. Like no. Yes, I mean, who would have a better set of wins?
Lions?
No, because Detroit got smoked by the Ravens. They got destroyed.
But that isn't. Yes. Who did they win?
They
You're
they,
talking,
they
you said
beat
wins.
they beat
Most
they beat the
impressive
Chiefs.
wins, not
They beat the Chiefs in the first game of the year. But if we beat the Chiefs too, so what? But then we would have beaten Miami and the Chiefs, and then we would have beaten the Cowboys. Yeah, why wouldn't we be? But those would be the three best wins of any team would have in the league if we're able to beat the Chiefs this week, especially on the road. Especially on the road.
You think y'all are gonna win this
I
weekend?
think we have a chance. I think we have the opportunity. I don't think we're going to play bad against them. But I mean, Cowboys.
I mean, Baltimore putting a 37-3 on Seattle was pretty. And Seattle's not a team where you.
Yeah, but Baltimore just
them.
lost to the Browns. So if they beat the Browns, they would have beaten the Browns, Seattle, and beat the
Browns. Aren't that bad?
Hold on, the Browns,
and they're
Seattle,
a division rival. So you can't be like, oh, the Browns beat them.
All right, so the best out of conference wins would belong to the Eagles if they beat the Chiefs.
We'll see. Talking in the future of what hasn't happened yet, sir.
But can we be honest? The Giants are not good. So it's not like you beat some world beaters.
Well, no, it was.
Is it a little? Over the top?
Giants. We beat DeVito, like you were saying. Like it was. Barkley's out. Both of their top 1 and 2 quarterbacks are out. Yeah, we did exactly what we should have. And that, like I said, as a Cowboys fan, saying that going to a game, like, yeah, we should beat this team, that makes me nervous a lot of times in the past because it's something we wouldn't do. Right. So finally, it's like, okay, we're dominating when we should. Let's just keep it going.
Makes sense.
And who do we play? But unfortunately, we can't get that this weekend because we play Carolina.
Commanders, Seahawks beat the Commanders. Sam Howell looked like a world beater again. Geno Smith looked like old Geno Smith. I mean, this Commanders team is annoying. I'm glad we don't have to play them anymore. They're obnoxious as fuck.
Yeah, we haven't even played them yet.
They need to give Eric Bieniemy the head coaching job. What he's been able to do with this offense has been incredible, and he deserves the coaching job. And that'd be awesome if they had a black head coach. That'd be badass. And Seattle 6-3, right there. I think they're still atop the division, having beat the 49ers already. Or no, they haven't. Oh no, they haven't beat them yet. They're just they're just up because they have the same record, right? Or did they beat them? I think they did beat them.
Who?
Seattle.
Seattle beat who?
San Francisco. Haven't they already played?
Let me double check.
Or were they just close because they lost 3 in a row? Maybe that's what it is.
They have not played yet.
All right. Well, they have the same.
They play in 2 weeks.
Okay, so that'll be, and they have to play twice, so that'll be good. But Seattle, I mean, we'll see. Their defense is good, but I'm not. Washington's obnoxious, man.
Seattle plays San Francisco, Dallas, San Francisco. That's their 3-week in a row. Yeah. Woo.
That sucks. That's really shitty.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sam Howell looks really good. I mean, this offense is clicking for Washington. I catch myself kind of pulling for him in the sense that they're turning over a new leaf. He's throwing the ball well, but almost 500 total yards of offense by Seattle. When they're clicking, they're clicking.
Yeah, Robertson,
run the ball well. I mean, good game. I mean, there's been a lot of good close games that Washington's been a part of.
Brian Robertson, he's a rookie, yeah?
No, he was a rookie last year. He's the one that got shot.
Last year,
shot 5-6 times whenever he got carjacked. And missed like the first 4 or 5 games because he got shot in a carjacking. Yeah, crazy, right?
Damn.
Jets,
what
Raiders.
City was that in? DC?
Yeah. Raiders beat the Jets. Aiden O'Connell, the rookie, gets a win. Zach Wilson. I mean, they're just. You feel for the Jets. They're trying. They're 4-5. Raiders are 5-5. They've won 2 straight since getting rid of their coach. They actually got outgained in every category except for rushing yards by the Jets. You can see the improvement in Zach Wilson, but they're just not there. Raiders are bad. I mean, there's nothing else. These are 2 bad teams just, jockeying for pride, playing for pride because, if they can't necessarily play for picks, but oof. And then, all right, we
Yeah.
got the last game, Monday Nighter. Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills 24-22. Russell Wilson, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 1
You're
touchdown,
muted, by
2
the way,
picks.
Joe.
I was like, was he farting? He was farting. Russell Wilson, 2 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton, incredible touchdown cast. I think it was like a less than 3% catch probability on this throw that went 17 yards and had to travel like 39 yards in the air. It's crazy. But they end up pulling off the win. Shit ton of turnovers. I mean, anemic. 2 fumbles, 2 picks thrown. They just looked bad. I mean, first drive of the game, fumble. First
play of the game.
Yeah, first play of the game, fumble recovered by the Broncos. They won the ball control.
It wasn't a fumble, was it? It was a strip.
Yeah, it was a strip fumble, yeah. But,
yeah.
I mean, just, they won the first downs. They were better in third down, fourth down. Had 71 total plays to the 52 of the Bills, even though they gave up 4 sacks and had 5 punts and had more penalties. They only lost 1 fumble, and they had the ball for almost 40 minutes to the 22 minutes that that Buffalo had. So, I mean, they were all over him. Ugly game. Do the Bills even make the playoffs at this point?
You have to
that
see
division
how they look after with their new OC.
Yeah, they fired Ken
Is
Dorsey.
the team gonna rally, or are they just gonna be like, well, there goes our fucking season?
Well, and, Smellwood hinted at it earlier. There's been a lot of shit talking and back and forth about fuck this, fuck that. They got a lot of issues. Diggs is all pissed off, throwing stuff. I mean, they look very dysfunctional as a team. And, Josh Allen, they're like, oh, he's like Brett Favre. I'm like, Brett Favre, started sucking at one point. It's not like he was incredible for forever.
Man, how sweet would it be if Diggs would even potentially
come to the Cowboys? Oh my god!
To play with his brother, Diggs, come on.
That's corny. That'd be corny.
Why? How is that? Oh, but if it was 2 brothers and we're talking about the Eagles, it would be the greatest story ever told. Let's fly around.
No, that'd be corny as fuck too.
Yeah. Oh.
Just like it was corny, just like
flying an eagle around.
Just like it was corny.
As fuck.
Just
God,
like it was corny whenever the Cowboys drafted Deuce Vaughn and let his dad make the pick and be like, "We're drafting you to Dallas, son." That cornball.
Bro, he
bullshit.
had a good play.
A good play. I'm sorry, with all the fucking hype and bullshit that even you talked about, Deuce. Oh, Deuce Vaughn, man, everybody screwed up. The whole league's mad they didn't draft Deuce Vaughn. Yeah, and Mozzie Smith. And Mozzie Smith. Dude, there was articles. Get out of here.
Well,
all I heard in Dallas.
I never said that.
That's all they talked about in Dallas. Like, Deuce Vaughn, the whole league screwed up. They didn't realize how good he was. Like, yeah, riding the fucking bench.
I know you're lying?
Just like your first
article, you don't read.
just like your first round pick, Mozzie Smith. You guys are great at drafting fucking bench riders.
Okay.
Broncos, how do you feel, Joe? Tell me, what's your take on the game? You take the floor, Joe. This is a big win for you. What is this, 2 in a row or 3?
3.
3 in a row. 3 in a row, Joe.
You had the Packers, the bye, the Chiefs, the Bills, I mean, it looks like they're figuring it out. Sean Payton looks like he's really getting to this team. Our defense is really figuring it out. Hats off to Vance Joseph. What's interesting, though, is the Broncos got rid of those big name players, those key pieces on defense, and this is the best our defense has looked all season. So I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning for that is, what the correlation is. Maybe, I don't know if they were big names, but they didn't fit into Vance Joseph's
they didn't want to ride. They didn't want to ride.
No. I don't know if they were bad culture problem, and so they got rid of them, and then there was these young guys that everybody internally knows could play, but they can't start just over Randy Gregory. It'd be interesting to figure out what the actual dynamics are as to why these big name players leaving. has led to our defense getting better. When all experts and everybody thought that our defense was just gone or just punting on the season and it's over now.
Yeah.
No, our defense looks the best that it has all season.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors that the Eagles and a couple other teams were calling about Surtain for around the trade deadline, trying to make a push for him. Yeah, I mean, but this is a team that's in a rebuild, and if you're not going to be a part of it, and you're going to be jaded about it, it's not going to work culture-wise. You got to buy into the rebuild and the new coaching system. Buy into Vance Joseph. He's going to be demanding in what he expects on defense. And if you're not going to be a part of that, then kick rocks.
Mm-hmm. We're only one game out of the playoffs.
That's crazy.
Our two hardest games are the Lions and the Browns.
Maybe the Browns.
Maybe the Browns. We play the Vikings, the Patriots. We play the Chargers twice. I say we split those. And then we play the Raiders again, which I'm just based on how the teams are going trajectory-wise, I feel like we'll beat the Raiders.
Oh, they've won two straight.
Like the rah-rah. Yeah, it's all like the rah-rah, brand new coach has got them all hyped up, but then like eventually they got to come back down to earth.
And Mr. Unlimited's going to be the one to get him there.
Yeah.
Well, before we do bets, and let's see, is there any big games this week we're excited about? Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns. Okay.
Yeah, division rivals.
Cardinals, Texans. Bucks, Niners, Seahawks, Rams. Yeah, Broncos, Vikings, and of course Monday night, Eagles, Chiefs. Let's hope it's a good game. I think that's gonna be a good game. Good game. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Eagles coming off the bye. It's gonna be a good game. I'm really excited. And rumor has it Dallas Goedert might be back by the next Cowboys-Eagles game. I would just say if I'm Marquise Bell, I'd be as they say in sports, keep your head on a swivel next game, my brother, when you play the Eagles.
Well, he's been dropped in my fantasy team. He's garbage.
Goddard?
Yeah, he had 2 good games for y'all. That's it. And then he gets hurt.
I mean, it's really hard when you just got elite weapons all over the field,
Yeah.
You have one guy who set the record last year for most yards in franchise history. And on the other side, you have the guy who set the catch record for most catches in franchise history and the fastest to over 200 catches in franchise history. Now we got one who's the fastest to 1,000 in franchise. It's just hard. You got to spread the ball around, spread the love.
Yeah, I love these
shattering these
records.
History. Hey, you got some? What was it, Dak? Most 400-yard games in Cowboys history. I love to see what the winning record was against all those teams that he played. I'd love to go back and look and see what teams those were that he passed for over 400 yards on. I'm sure they were just phenomenal. But I'd love to check that shit out. Or if they were in losses, like garbage time, just like chucking it the fuck around, real Matt Ryan style. So we'll see. Are you looking it up? I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you play this week? 2.0. Vikings. That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs is like a more likable Russell Wilson because he doesn't talk. He's just nice. That's wild. Think about that. This dude is out there winning games with the Vikings.
Okay, little bitch. Okay. One of them is y'all.
When?
Eagles.
Last year on Christmas Eve?
Nope, 2018.
Oh, okay, so quite a while.
Giants, Green Bay, Detroit, Atlanta, Seattle, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, New England, Giants.
Well,
what's up, dude?
Well,
not as horrible as the list as you thought. I don't give a shit.
It's
I said the teams. Stop doing
See,
he's not
saying what year. He's not saying what year.
What does it matter what year?
How good were these teams?
I don't know. You know,
Well, no,
well,
the Buccaneers pre-Tom
Green
Brady
Bay,
is better
Green
than
Bay.
Buccaneers with Tom Brady.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, first of all, Green Bay wasn't bad in 2019.
Okay, keep going. What's the
So
next
eat
one?
a dick.
Giants
New
this year,
England,
terrible. New England
New
this
England
year.
was horrible in 2000, or I guess I can't even. How many years has Brady been gone now?
A while.
Yeah. Well, he did it against Tom Brady with Tampa Bay the same year he did it with New England. And Tampa Bay had a good defense with Tom Brady, as far as I can remember.
Was it in a win?
Seattle,
Was it in a win or a loss? That's what I'm saying. Is were they all wins or were they all losses?
No, it didn't show the win thing. You're not. That wasn't the question to begin with. You said, "I bet all these games are against shitty teams."
No, I'm curious how many of them are against shitty teams and how many of them were losses. That's what I was saying.
So are you saying Eagles were shit in 2018? They were just garbage?
The year after we won the Super Bowl?
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, we weren't that hot. I mean, we weren't really that great until we won.
Stumped you. You're wrong.
until
Dak rules.
Till Carson Wentz got hurt again and they put in Nick
quarterback
Foles.
Ever.
No, until he broke his back and they put in Nick Foles. Again, that last game against Seattle when he got cheap shotted, so they had to put Nick Foles in, and then we ended up throwing an interception off a tip pass from Alshon Jeffries to, I want to say, I can't remember which. It might have been Gardner Johnson of the Saints who picked it off, and that's when we lost. But that was the same year of the double doink game against the Bears.
Just be real. You were hoping it was like 3 or 4 of the games were against the Giants. So you'd be like, it's like
no, I'll do my research and see, because it's like if you lit up the fucking super shitty Eli Manning New York Giants, that doesn't count. Like that, I guess it counts, but he's a stat stuffer.
Doesn't count.
He's like Matt Ryan.
He's like
Matt Ryan.
That's what good quarterbacks are supposed to do. So when Mahomes goes out and lights up a shitty team, you're just like, Mahomes. But
you don't get it. But hold on, you're contradicting yourself, because you just said earlier that you, up until this year, you've been worried about when they play bad teams because they play down to the level of the team they're playing, so and they lose.
That would back up my statement then, because against good teams he plays good. It's the bad teams that they play bad against.
All right, we're moving on.
You contradicted yours.
We're moving on to bets.
Uno reverse.
We're gonna let 2.0 get to bed soon. He's probably got a couple ladies calling him in the background.
Yeah, how'd you do last week? I want to hear these.
Oh, not
losses.
Too hot. We went 1-3-1. Yeah, kind of went big. Ended up biting us in the butt. It is what it is. It happens. So Patriots money line at the Colts did not happen. Colts ended up winning. Close game, back and forth. Patriots had a chance. They just shit the bed. Titans at Buccaneers over 37.5. That did not come in. I don't know where the Bucs got their 20 points. I don't know where the Titans offense went. Will Levis looks like a rookie quarterback who has been a backup all year, is what it is. Lions -3 at the Chargers. Chargers played well. Needed overtime to get the push. But, I mean, it didn't win anything, didn't lose anything. Just is what it is. Then the Cowboys team total over 27.5. That did come in pretty easily. Giants are just bad. Then we had the 2-leg teaser with the Bengals and the Ravens. Both of them lost, which... So just 0-2 on the teaser, wasn't even close. So yeah, 1-3-1. This week we got 4 plays. Taking the Lions -7.5 against the Bears. Division game. This line was up at 8.5-9, and then the news came out about Justin Fields potentially probably playing.
Oh.
So that number has come back down in favor of the Lions. I still like the Lions against a rusty Justin Fields. Division game in Detroit. I think the Lions just beat up on the Bears. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Even with the upsets, I think you're safe there.
Mm-hmm. Got the Texans minus 4.5 against the Cardinals. So this game is in Houston. Yeah, Kyler Murray has looked good, but their defense is still bad, and I like where this Texans team is heading. They just be upset the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Is that a game you have to bet on? Because man,
what was it? The last
that's
week,
gonna be tight.
the week before it was. Yeah, I mean, because they came back. Like, I mean, the moxie of this C.J. Stroud kid is. He's making eat my words on Ohio State quarterbacks. He's probably the best Ohio State quarterback I've ever seen. That's come out of college
In the pros.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So then we got the Cowboys team total over 26.5 at the Panthers. Like we've been saying all episode, the Cowboys beat up on bad teams. The Panthers are a bad team. I see no reason why the Cowboys can't get to 27 points. Then we got another little two-leg teaser here. We got the Titans at the Jaguars. We're teasing the Jaguars from -7 to -1. Just given how bad the Titans looked last week, I don't expect they'll do much against the Jags team. They'll be in Jacksonville as well, and Jacksonville will be pissed off after words. Jacksonville will be pissed off after they just got the shit rocked out of them by the 49ers. So I expect them to bounce back. We just need them to win by 2 points. I have faith that they can do that. And then the 49ers at the Bucks, taking the 49ers from -12 to -6. I like this because Bucks at the 49ers. I like this because we get the 49ers underneath a touchdown. Again, Bucks, they look decent, but they are nowhere near the level that the Bucks are. Jeez, I'm mixing everything up.
The 49ers.
Yeah. Bucks are nowhere near the level that the 49ers are. I think the 49ers, it was good for their bye week to kind of recuperate, recenter themselves, and now they're going to be back to dominating the league. And the Bucks are just the next stepping stone in their path. So I just need them to win by more than a touchdown, which I fully expect they can do in San Francisco as well.
They also have the worst pass defense. The Bucks have some of the worst pass defense in the whole NFL right now, which is crazy because they've got like Winfield, they've got Carlton Davis, who they paid a shit ton of money to after they won the Super Bowl. They got a lot of talent in their front seven, but their secondary blows. So I'd say in this game, look for Brock Purdy to have like 4 or 5 touchdowns. They're trying to rebuild that confidence after losing 3 straight. So look for them to take shots. Lots of wide receivers. If you got Ayuk, if you got Ayuk on your team, I'd be looking for some big passing touchdowns to him. They're going to take some shots in this game for sure. For sure, they're going to take some shots.
100%. So yeah, that's bets.
Recap them one more time.
One of my neighbors just got shot.
Jesus.
Well, I just clicked the round of applause right when you said that. So I think one of my neighbors got shot. God. Yay! Well, hopefully they're all right. Mean Street's a grapevine.
All right, recap real quick. Lions -7.5 against the Bears. Texans -4.5 against the Cardinals. Cowboys team total over 26.5 against the Panthers. And then a 2-leg teaser taking the Jaguars from -7 to -1. And the 49ers from -12 to -6.
All right. Well, you heard them here. 2.0 with the bets. I'm calling it right now. Dak Prescott, 2 picks. He's throwing 2 picks. They win this game, but Dak's going to throw 2 picks in this game.
Why?
They do have good individual talent on their defense, especially when they have C.J. Horn out there at a corner. They have a top flight corner actually, and I could see him making some plays.
So he's going to throw flat out picks, not.
He threw a pick against the Giants. He had 2. The Cowboys had 2 turnovers before they scored points.
Yeah, and he also threw a bunch of fucking dimes.
I guess.
Jalen Hurts throws interceptions. Just saying.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts has more touchdowns, more passing
yards. Oh God,
he's better.
Actually, does he have more passing yards than Dak of the season?
Maybe not at this point because he sat a week out because he was on his bye week. It's normally how it goes.
The Cowboys had a bye week before y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to this guy.
That's how it goes.
I'm about to pull it up. Let's see who has the most fucking yards.
I think C.J. Stroud has the most yards.
No, I meant just between Dak and Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Dak probably does, but it's probably pretty close.
Oh, so he's better.
Because in the past 3 games, Jalen Hurts has completed 73% or more of his passes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but how many passes did he throw?
Throws quite a bit of passes, man. The Eagles have the Eagles have like the number 3 offense in almost every category. You're just a hater.
Me. You're the hater. Dak's just out of nowhere. Joe just placed his bets. Dak's gonna throw 2 picks.
Because I'm trying to get you
calling it.
Because I'm trying to get you worked up. How much you want to bet?
Well, I'm calling it.
$100? You want to bet $100?
Eagles get. Here's the headlines. Eagles get exposed. Chiefs dominate.
That's a really long headline.
The squeaking wheel has fallen off the wagon.
That's
the squeaking team. Get out of here.
That's a long ass headline.
Oh, these are multiple articles.
Oh,
you gotta
okay.
Look at it like the spinning in the newspapers. You know, when it comes in the movies.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts before I get you guys the fuck out of here?
Go Stars, man. Killing it right now.
Did you guys see that video of what's his name?
The brawl?
Yeah, the brawl of fucking Rudy Gobert.
Who was it? Was it Green that fucking choked and choke locked the dude that wasn't fighting?
No, see, Rudy.
Like, hey.
No, Rudy Gobert's a piece of shit. Rudy Gobert's a dick. He's the guy that when there was when COVID first came out, and he was joking about having COVID and coughed on the microphones and rubbed them all, and then got everybody sick with COVID on the Utah Jazz. Like, Rudy Gobert is a dumbass. Like, he is a fucking idiot. He's a big, tall, lanky Frenchman who can just block shots. And if you put half the amount of effort he puts into blocking shots and reboundings like he did on offense, he might actually be like...
Still, wasn't doing anything.
Oh, no, Draymond Green's a piece of shit, too. They're both dicks. But, dude, he had him in, like, a full-blown chokehold. Like, locked under the chin.
Wasn't there another brawl in the Lakers game, too? Like, is NBA trying to, like, be like hockey? Like, what's going on here?
Let's go, dude. I just love that he just...
They're like, our viewers are down. We got to start some brawls.
Bro, this shit's wild, dude. He's choking around. Rudy Gobert's like... All right. Well, good luck to you guys and your teams this week. Appreciate y'all being here. Dak's throwing 2
I'll be out of
picks.
town. I'm going to Lockhart this weekend.
I'm going out to Lockhart.
The Ranch Live.
Ranch Live. It'll be fun.
I know. I was just driving.
We'll survive. Well, 2.0. You can go to bed. Smellwood, thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all like always.
You're not on you don't do PlayStation anymore.
I was actually playing Bully on PlayStation earlier.
Well, the new game of the month, me and my buddy have been playing together. Aliens Fire Squad Team or whatever.
I haven't played it. That sounds... I'll have to check it out.
Looks pretty cool.
All right.
All right, buzz.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, Cowboys.
Oh, these fucking guys. Alright, well, that is episode 35, Meat and Potatoes, because we are getting the meat and potatoes of these schedules. We'll see. A lot of games this week. Cowboys play the Panthers. That's a gimme. Super Bowl rematch Monday night. Eagles, Chiefs. Watch the game. Y'all be good. Peace.